So I was doing a meditation this morning, and it was kind of funny, the messages that came through that I want to share with you, because I'm hoping they'll inspire you and help shift your thought on how you're seeing yourself and seeing your life. So every night before I go to bed, the last thing I do is I send gratitude to the universe until I fall asleep. I say, thank you, universe, for this day. Thank you, divine intelligent light, for protecting me. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the abundance that came to me. And I say that until I fall asleep. And I don't care what kind of day I had. That's what I say every night. And I say it till I fall asleep. Gratitude is the energy of receiving. So when you send that out to the universe, even if you don't know what's coming to you, you're letting the universe know you're grateful for what you have. And when you're grateful for what you have, the universe takes that as understanding you're ready to be grateful for more. But what a lot of people don't understand is the work has to match your dream. And you have to dream big. We're not here to live small. And I'm that person whose journey, there's certain things I talk about as if it was no big deal, and people right in front of me will start crying. Or I'll laugh about something and people will look at me almost kind of awkward, like, that's not funny. And I'll be like, oh, like, my journey was not easy. Getting here was extremely difficult. And a lot of those stories I share in my book called The Collision of Me. It's available on Amazon. I became a published author. And I get messages every day about my book and how it's emotionally moved people. It's changed their perception. Because when we're going through times, a lot of times we put too much focus on the suffering. And we feel like we're not in our purpose. And that suffering and those struggles, those times, that's part of this. That's part of the purpose. That's part of our journey. It's a necessary move that the universe makes so we can learn and grow through something and find our strength. And I often joke with my friends that Satan's down there like, man, I tried to set her on fire. I threw bombs. I did this. I did that. Why did she burn? Why did she crumble? Why did she become angry and bitter? You know, like, I make jokes about stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I learned how to become fireproof. And that's totally my humor, because in my chapter in my book, The Perfect Storm, I actually share a vision where I was trapped in my house and it was burning down. It was burning to the ground and I was trapped in there. And I remember thinking, why would I be trapped in a burning house? Why would I be left to burn with everything? Like, everything I love, everything I know that I've worked so hard for, I'm going to burn with it. And this very, very powerful message came through in the vision, which is a very pivotal moment in my life. That one vision changed my life because I followed it. I followed the messages. And what's the first thing we do when something sets on fire? We run from it, right? We run from it and we let everything around us burn. And we run because we want to find a sense of safety, right? Trauma and stress is no different. We run from it. We go into survival patterns. We go into fight or flight because we don't want to burn, right? Well, in my vision, when I was asking, why am I going to burn with everything? I was told, because you're not trapped. This is something you're not meant to run from, which is why you can't leave this fire. You're meant to be here. And what I realized is I wasn't burning with everything. Everything around me was burning. It was burning around me because there were things around me that were blocking my view that I no longer needed, but I was too afraid to let go of them. So the universe set everything on fire and was like, just sit here and wait, please. We need to burn some things because you're not seeing where you need to go. And I pursued every single thing in that vision, which is why I'm here today making this video. So if ever there's a time in your life where you feel like you're burning, or you feel like you are being consumed by trauma and stress, just know you're not burning, you're not crumbling. Things around you are being removed because they're blocking your view, because you're hanging on to things you don't need anymore. The universe wants you to move forward, and you're not trapped.